Morning, everyone. It's been a while. Got a project for today. Should have been started a little sooner, but yeah, that's a nice tripod stand right there. Should have been started a little sooner. Give me a little more time, but making a thing for a friend for her boyfriend's birthday present. His birthday is coming up, and she asked me a while back. I should have started this a while ago, but I haven't mentioned any names yet because I don't know if he's going to see this before he gets it, but yeah, it involves the forge. So I got to get that started up. I figured I'd show you guys my process on that and stuff. It is cold out now. As you can see, I'm wearing a one-piece snowsuit, and it is actually, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but it is currently snowing. The forge is outside. That's why I really wish I would have started this sooner. Can't really wear gloves while doing it, so my hands will get cold, but the fire will be nice and warm. Yeah. Wish I had this nice tripod stand to bring with me out there, but maybe I'll build something quick just to set you guys up on, so I don't have to have you right up by the fire, because this one right now isn't gonna work. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I get things set up, and I'll let you know. Okay, so this is my forging setup. That's the fire, my anvil. I got coal in here. It's more coal there. This here is where the fire goes. I gotta get my blower set up. I'm gonna see if I can set you guys down. Surprised this thing still works. I leave it out in the rain all the time. It was there. All right. Frozen solid. I'm gonna get the fire lit, and I'll continue videoing that. Okay, fire's going. Took a little longer than expected because, like I showed you, that was frozen solid. My coal bucket froze solid, full of water. So I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using anthracite again, which is those two bags there. My last two bags from Tractor Supply. Got these off Tanner. He had a couple, but looks like I'm going to be using that for a while until I can get some more bit mist or however you say it. But while that warms up, I'm going to show you a piece of steel I'm going to be working with. Now, I haven't told you yet what I'm making, and that is I'm going to be making a machete. What I have to use is that there. Now, I know this is mild steel, and it won't be hardenable, but if you know the guy I'm making this for, it's gonna take some abuse. So, being soft, and he'll just have to resharpen it every now and then, but it shouldn't crack or snap in half on him. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I mean, that's the 3 foot long. It looks like it's bigger than 1/4 inch for sure. Not quite 3/8. Probably, I don't know, probably 5/16 thick. I don't know, it's 2 inches across, something like that. Dimensions aren't really that important. I'm just gonna make it look good. Yeah, this fire took 3 attempts to get it going. Each time I'd build a nice little wood fire right down there in the middle with some old pine and 2x4 chunks I had. Get them all nice and split up. Get that going good. Kick on the air, throw some coal on it. It still wouldn't go. But, excuse me. I don't have tongs that'll hold that. That's why I'm going to leave it long. So I can hold one end, put the other end in the fire. I'm going to forge as much of this as I can. And what my plan is, I'm going to forge in a rounded tip. I'm going to leave it pretty thick. But I'm going to thin, obviously down for the blade. But then for a handle, I'm going to take most of this thickness, instead of drawing it out and making this longer, I'm going to see how thick I can get this. I'm going to, work it down this way, and then instead of working it long, I'm going to upset it, try getting some thickness out of it for a good handle. Give it some good weight in the handle, because it's, I don't know, I'm going to try it. It's been a while since I've even had the fire going, so. Once I get that in the fire and get it warm, I'll let you know. Alright, I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but I think I got you set up right. This is in the fire, as you can see, assuming that'd be a huge machete. Alright, first heat. This steel is super soft. I don't know if you've seen on the other side. Back side of it was starting to curl around the edge when I was sitting in the corner. You have to keep an eye on that. Now we wait. You can see there the backside curling up like that. I'm gonna try. Straightens out pretty easy. I really need to get a controller for the camera there so I can turn you on and off. Instead of walking all the way over here every time. see there what I'm trying to do. This is actually going to end up being the back of the blade. When you thin this down, it'll curl. Just trying to get a nice smooth edge to it. Okay, I pretty much have the tip shaped how I want. I'm going to switch hammers to a heavier one because it's got the more rounded face on it. I'm going to start thinning down the edge on the straight side, and since that material will have nowhere to go, it should make it curl like a banana back the other way. Let's see if I can get this straightened out. You'll see what I mean after I hit it a few times, after a heat or two. See already it's starting to curve back this way. Alright, so I think this might be my last heat for today. I've got the tip, like I said, shaped how I want it. Now I just need to start working on the edge, thinning it down. It's easier to sharpen. I'm not a big fan of grinding things into shape. I would rather forge them into shape. It saves a lot of cost on grinding discs and stuff. Plus I figure that's the way they should be made if you're forging it, you know. I mean, I can take a plasma cutter, cut that into the right shape, and then just grind it into shape, but what fun would that be? Anybody can do that. Yeah, last heat for today, I think. I might take one more after this. I probably won't film it, but it's just about ready. I did switch back over to my 2-pound hammer. This one, since I haven't swung in a while, the 3-pound or the 2.5. The 3-pounder is kind of a little much. I did have this slip out of my hand earlier. I wasn't filming. I went to strike like this and it slipped out, hit me in the leg. Glad I was even missing with that one. Yeah, probably gonna take a couple more heats off camera, but you can see the basic shape starting. I just need to work on drawing this edge down here. I'm trying to keep the heat on one side so it doesn't curl, just to draw it down. You can see it's getting there. Nice even taper on it. Alright, it's day 2. Just got the fire going. Finally, lots of light again today. So, left off yesterday. This is where I left off. You can see it's starting to curve up again. It's kind of what I want. I do have to go a bit thinner here, which will make it wider. But so far I'm pretty happy. Plan for today is just get this bottom edge here thin down and then figure out, I think it'd be about yay long for a good machete, it seems. So I'll put the handle in here somewhere. I'll draw this down, try making it nice and thick, but that's that. Get this in the fire and get it warmed up. I'm not going to be using that today. I don't think so. You get the idea what I'm doing. You can see it's thinning the edge down. It's putting a little more of a curve in it than I'd like, but I can always straighten that out. I'm going to continue working this edge back to about here. I'm going to do that off camera, save you guys the boring stuff. And I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, I have the blade about as long as I'd like. It's a hair short, but I think if I go any longer it's going to be a little too heavy. This piece here, yeah, it'd be about the same length as this, which is, I don't know, a decent length. Now I'm going to start working on the set down for the handle. So I'm trying to heat just this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take from the blade, I'm just going to go up and get real thin, and then come down. It's going to be hard to do with this anvil. I do have one sharp edge here that I made, but it likes to move. It is attached to a bunch of cinder blocks and stuff, but I don't know if you can see in the videos, it's bouncing around quite a bit. I am trying to hit it on this side where the more solid piece of wood is. That one's kind of spongy. I need to get an actual anvil and an anvil stand. It'd make things a lot easier. But I'm going to attempt that and hold it over the edge and hit it down at an angle. Let's try getting a set down in there on one side. That's going to be the hard part, not getting one on both sides, but I'll let you see what it looks like. And Fire's going a lot better today than it was yesterday. Had a big clog in my air line down there. But yeah, I'll let you know. It's working pretty good. I'm not hitting it hard enough to thin it back out. Just enough to keep it from fish mouthing, which wouldn't be too bad of an idea. You can see what I'm doing there. Now, like a fish mouth handle, that actually looks pretty cool. Trying to keep the heat in just that one spot. That's the hard part. I need to build a better fire and forge and stuff. But gotta do what I gotta do for now. See the handle starting to form there. I'm just going to keep drawing those down. You can see it's getting quite a bit thicker. Should feel decent in your hand. You get a little heat on this side this time. Okay, so here's the basic shape. You can see by my hand, it's still really hot. But It'll be a good size handle. This part here, the actual blade, is almost exactly as long as my anvil is wide. This is, I don't know, 18 inches, something like that. Maybe 20. Like I said, this is the basic shape. The reason I'm stopping for now is this is actually getting hot down here. I was working a lot on the handle. I'm gonna continue to shrink this down. It is getting quite wide, which is good. I'm gonna see if I can get where it's folded over there to almost touch, make that almost rounded. I do have a lot of refining to do on the blade yet. It's still pretty thick. That's about just under 1/4 inch. Still on the edge. Backside still normal thickness. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to let this cool down a little bit. I'm going to finish up what it looks like. You know, get it to the final shape and stuff like that. And then I'll show you guys. It might take me a little while, that's on me. I'm not going to keep showing you guys though, every little in between, every heat. But yeah, I think that'll be it for now. For me filming. You guys will obviously see what it's going to look like right now. Here it is at the end of day 2. The handle there is about as thick as I want it. So I just gotta cut this off here. I'm gonna thin this side down, try to keep it the same length as it is because it's perfect, I think. The blade edge I have down to about 1/8 inch. Nice, manageable thickness. It is a little crooked yet, but it all needs to be straightened out. Yeah, that's that. It's getting a little hard to hold on to. It's getting hot on the ends there, pretty easy. And I'm getting hungry. It's a little past lunchtime. So I'm gonna let the fire die down, put the cover on it, and call her a day for now. Morning, everyone. It's day 3 on the Machete project, probably beginning of the second video. Took a day or so break because, as you can see, it snowed. Not a lot, but I wanted to get that thing out and try it out. Yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. The fire is not lit yet. So here's the machete at the beginning of the day here. I was thinking over, well, I had yesterday off. The handle, how it tapers out like this, I kind of like that idea. I am still going to narrow it down more. I'm going to leave the taper out, that way it kind of, I think that'll feel pretty nice in your hand. I'm going to cut this off about there with the hot cut. And then I'm going to try making this all round this way. I did thin the blade down a little bit more. If I can get it to focus. About the shape I want. Just gonna straighten the handle out. I do probably gonna have to do a little tweaking here and there on the blade. I do have to straighten it. It's pretty crooked, but yeah. Get the fire going. That's gonna be the hard part because everything's wet. Alright, saw there. Took it out, using a little hatchet to cut it. This has been not hardened from the factory, it's super cheap. That's why I feel safe hitting it with another hammer. Been doing it for quite a while, a couple years now. Not even close to chipping or anything like that. I just keep it fairly dull. If I do go through, I don't cut onto the anvil. It's been working for quite a while. Yeah. Gotta get that cut off and make it a lot easier to handle. You see there? Come on, focus. Almost through. There. That's going to be much easier to work with. Here you can see there. Actually, the camera's on. Alright, you can see there the handle I'm going for. I'm going to go a little thinner right through this area up here, and then round the corners and edges off. Make it fairly nice and round. Probably going to dress up the end of it a little bit too. This is so much easier to hold on to. There. It's pretty close to the size I want. I'm just going to round it off. Round off the end. Give everything a quick little straighten. And then work on thinning the edge way down. I'm fairly happy with it. Okay, hello everybody. I think this is going to be video number 3 or 2 in the making the machete stuff. I don't know, it's been kind of hectic filming this. I'm filming it all and then I'm going to edit it, so it might be a little mixed up. But here's the machete. This morning I did find a couple little tweaks on it, got it straight. Put the edges straight as I can get. Handle straightened out. Got it basically the shape I want. And then just now took the grinder to it, thinned down the edge some. I am going to leave this rough because the guy making it for is really big into the zombie apocalypse kind of stuff. He's a big fan of those movies and stuff, so I'm going to leave it kind of really zombie chopping tool looking. So I left all the hammer marks in it. Not going to be perfectly straight. You can see the handle is not, I mean, it's smooth, but it's not perfect. Now I'm just going to take the file. This is a cheap one I got. Just kind of thin down the edge. I got the vices here. Just going to lay it up there and spend a couple hours smoothing the edge down and getting it thin. Might do around the handle a little bit. I don't think so though. It all feels really nice. No sharp edges or anything, so that's where that's at. Like I said, I don't know really how these videos are gonna, I might even just make one long video. I don't know. But now you see what it looks like after, I don't know, first grind. It's fairly heavy, but that just gives it more chopping power, I guess. Alright, I'll make sure to let you know what it looks like before it's finished, but I'm sure there'll be a couple steps between here and there that I can show you guys. Alright everyone, so I think it's done. Did a simple wrap on the handle just because it's steel and gets cold in the wintertime. Got some tape on the edge of the blade to protect it a little bit, protect people handling it. That's what it looks like. It is sharp. Did that sharpening it. It's not like ridiculously sharp, but it's a machete. You can see here. Get a little full view of it. It is a little more. From the end of the handle about 25 inches long. The handle's just about 6. Makes the blade 19. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see, but yeah. So it's a good 3/8 thick there. The handle ended up being just about 3/4 by, I don't know, 1.25 inches or so. And the blade, 3 inches. Yeah. 3 inches at its thickest. I'm tapering down. Didn't oil it or anything. Mainly because it's freaking cold out. I don't have heat in the garage. But I have a few days yet till his birthday, so I might do that. I'm gonna get a hold of his girlfriend and let her know it's done. See when she wants to pick it up for him. It is kind of heavy, like I've said before, but I mean it's can be used for just fun. It's not like he's chopping down the rainforest with this thing, swinging it every day. Yeah, there it is. Joe's Machete.